Hello, I'm Don Mackey. I'm chairman of the local Lower Mangapiko Streamcare group. The Lower Mangapiko being the stream behind us, which runs from Tuamutu to Prongia. The aim is to try and get the Lower Mangapiko stream back to lovely, free-flowing, clear, native planted corridor running from Tuamutu to Prongia. The history is that back in the 1850s, when the founding fathers came through, they planted a lot of willow. They were male and female willow. They grew, they fell over, they grew, they fell over. They blocked the river. You'd chop them down, they'd grow again. In the middle of the 20th century, we were paid for butterfat only. Protein was cast aside. It went into the river. There were two cooperative dairy companies in Tuamutu, the New Zealand Cooperative Dairy Company and the Tuamutu Cooperative Dairy Company, and all their whey went into the river. In the summer, when the flow was down and all the willows were lying across blocking the river in any event, and all of the whey was coming into the river stunk. We could smell it miles away. You could smell the river. It was dead. Where the drains ran into the river, and the fresh water coming in, the eels would build up. And you'd have great delta of eels, all of them with their noses into the fresh water, trying to get oxygen to stay alive. The river was dead. In the 60s, the willows were all chopped out, but unfortunately there was no follow-up, and they all grew again. And so 40 years later, here we are, but this time the project is being properly managed and coordinated. Once the old willows are chopped out, they're sprayed on a continuous basis for 2 or 3 years until they're properly dead. The new willows that are being planted are quick rooting to establish consolidation on the banks to avoid erosion as quickly as possible. In conjunction with that, we are also fencing and planting the whole river. The idea being, as I said before, to create this lovely sort of native free-flowing river corridor from Tuamutu to Prongia. We need funding to achieve this, obviously. We're probably halfway through with our project so far. What you can see behind me is the example of the fencing, of the planting. Down where the camera is pointing at the moment is planting that was about 15 months old. Part of that land has been retired, fenced off and planted. On the other side of the river you'll see an example of the fencing and closer to the river, and the planting, both the willows and the flaxes, the grasses and the natives in amongst the willows to create this corridor that I talk about.